Hey friends, I hope you all are doing well. This is Eric Mobley, your independent Scentsy consultant, coming at you with another video. If you like content about home fragrance or Scentsy or mental health, Disney, anything like that, I would love it if you would like this video and subscribe. And maybe let me know where you're watching from. Also, how did you find me? And you know, I just love stuff like that, so just let me know. And I actually have a visitor today. She doesn't come up here with me all the time, but I guarantee you in like 5 minutes or less, she will want to jump down. So this is Ellie. And if you're watching the first time, she is my 4-year-old Yorkie. But I do have a really fun video for you today because I am just about to go out of town. I'm going to be going to Walt Disney World for a couple of days, as well as we are going to be boarding the Disney Treasure, the newest Disney ship in the fleet that is actively sailing. And there will be the Destiny later this year. But I'm super excited because I love Disney Cruise Line. It is like literally the best. It is expensive. However, if you book ahead of time and budget correctly, you know, you can make it work, I will say. But I have Scentsy items that I travel with all the time. Some items I don't take if I am only flying. Some items I take if I am only driving. So I just want to share like some must-haves when I travel with you, and maybe like some honorable mentions that I maybe don't take on every trip, but they are worth mentioning. So here we go. The first one that we absolutely always take is a wall fan and some type of pod. So there are several of these, but when we went on the Walt Disney World Scentsy Incentive in 2021, that was actually when the Mickey Mouse wall fan diffuser released. Actually, it's in the suitcase, so I don't have that one right now, but and it's actually no longer available. It was on clearance for a while, and it was on the flash sale last week. However, a couple weeks ago, and those are no longer available, but they do come back from time to time, so keep an eye on the website. My links are down in the description below. But I wanted to share, wall fans are, if you are new here, wall fans are essentially our waxless system, and we actually call them Scentsy Air Minis now. They have a fan at the bottom, and you put the pod in here, and there's a fan, and that releases the fragrance. This is fragrance beads in a casing, and it just releases fragrance without any mess or anything like that. So yeah, these are really great for hotel rooms. If your hotel room smells, you know, sometimes hotel rooms can, even though they're clean, they can maybe smell kind of off or dull or stale. So this is just really good for those times. Same thing with Airbnbs, or I have some people who like these in campers. We also have another system that I've talked about before, which is the Scentsy Go, the Scentsy Go Air, Scentsy Air Go, whatever the name is now. They did change the name on us, but that one actually uses batteries. So that one's really nice too. I had someone purchase that who was going to use it for their camper. It is essentially the same exact thing as this. However, you can use it with AA batteries, and you can take it on the go with you. Hence, Scentsy Air Go. So, but I really, really like this for our hotel rooms when we travel. So, and it will take up to 2 of these Scentsy pods. Next is scent packs. So this is the Stitch one. I get a lot of the Disney ones because they're just really fun, and I think pretty much all of the Disney scents have smelled really good. I can't really think of one that I haven't liked. So these also have scented beads inside of them, and they also have like a netting on the back, if you can see that. And these are just super cute. However, they're really great in your suitcases. They help your clothes smell really good. I also put one of these in my park bag or any type of personal item travel bag that I take with me. I usually take a Loungefly backpack to the parks, and I'll put one of these in there because sometimes, you know, if you're hot and like stuff like that, like, I'm not saying your bag can stink, but it's just nice to have something that smells good in your bag and maybe make other things in your bag smell good too. So these are really great for travel. Also, if you're like unpacking your suitcase, you can put these like in the same drawers like your socks and underwear, or really anything you want. You can also just hang these up like in a bathroom, in a closet, anything like that. I really, really like these. They're not just for the Scentsy buddies, although you can travel with those too. I have a few of them, but super, super cool. I love the scent packs very much. Next is the Scentsy hand cream. So we always take one of these when we travel because we used to have body cream, but it was essentially the same exact thing. It was just in a larger tube. I didn't notice a difference in the consistency. But the hand cream is great for travel because we essentially just use this as body lotion because, you know, as you get older, your skin just gets drier, or that's in my case anyway. So I'll always try to moisturize my skin when I get out of the shower, or this also has sunflower oil in it. So in my experience, this isn't promoted by the company. However, in my experience, this is really great for sunburns. It has aloe in it too, I believe. Yes, sunflower oil and aloe. And aloe, of course, is great for sunburns. So this has done a really good job of relieving my sunburns when I travel, or I like especially go to the beach or something like that. I've been outside for a long time. This is really, really nice. So I always take my Scentsy hand cream. All right, and then next, we never leave. We never go anywhere without a room spray. Room sprays are great because not only obviously the restroom, but again, sometimes you stay in places where it's just like a stale smell, or it smells just like, it could be like leftover scent from who stayed there before, or an owner, or something like that, or a host. I believe that's what they call it with Airbnb. But so room sprays are just great overall. I know one time we stayed in an Airbnb, which we kind of do prefer hotels over Airbnbs, but we have stayed in Airbnbs when we've traveled. But one time we stayed in an Airbnb for one night, and it wasn't bad or anything like that, but it just had like a weird stale smell, and I don't know, it just smelled like an old home, and I don't think it was necessarily an old house, but it just smelled really off. So I just sprayed this room spray, and it really did help. So that was really nice. But room spray is really, really great. It's also just really great for, you know, just spraying in your room in general. So in your cabin, cruise cabin. Again, I'm going on a cruise. These are cruise compliant. I love these in the cruise cabins because cruise cabins like are probably as big as my office. They're small. So with one of these, it will make the whole room smell good, and I just honestly leave it on all day long. It's really, really nice. So not to like distract and go back to this, but I have to mention the cruise thing because all of these are cruise compliant. Now, if you're traveling, well, these are really great for multiple reasons, but scent circles, obviously, if you're traveling by car, these are really great to put in your car. I mean, really, for every day. They now come in packs of 3. You have to choose the same fragrance. So I would definitely just pick your favorite. But these are also great to just, sometimes we just hang these in our bathroom whenever we travel, and it just kind of gives the room like an extra little fragrance. You can have these other things like room spray and stuff, but this can help as well whenever you are traveling. Or you can hang it like in a closet or something like that. It's just really, really nice when, you know, you have like an extra little smell good in there. So you just don't want to sit this on like a surface or clothes or anything like that, because this does have fragrance oil like within it. So you don't want it to like stain anything or get on anything. So you want to keep it like hanging freely. You want to make sure it's not touching anything. So, but that is scent circles. And next are kind of my honorable mentions. I maybe don't take these on every trip, but I wanted to mention them as well. So next would be the hand soap. My biggest like pet peeve about hotels, which a lot more like modern hotels or high-end hotels do have a pump soap, but that's just what I prefer. If you go to like maybe a more like 3-star hotel or something like that, they will just have like a bar soap, and you know, I'm just bougie, and that's just not what I prefer. Now on this upcoming trip in the Disney resorts, they have bar soap, especially because we're staying in a value resort. We're staying at Pop Century, but now for that little vacation, like we're there for 2 nights, so I don't mind using a bar soap for the bathroom because we are like gonna be out and about. We're literally gonna have our room to sleep and get ready. Like that's it. So having a hand soap isn't necessary on this upcoming trip because also in the cruise cabins, they have a pump soap. So I know that sounds kind of extra, but that's just what I prefer. And I really like our hand soap because it has that aloe water. I almost said a fragrance. It has that sunflower oil and aloe, and like my hands don't feel like dry after I've used this hand soap or anything like that. But most of the time, I will say, if I do travel with this, I take it in a separate container. Whenever we had the old Scentsy hand soap, it was like a little bit of a smaller bottle, and you can kind of just turn it off and on. But this one, it has like a taller pump, so you'll just like waste product if you try to lock it. So we have switched to kind of putting it in like a travel size. I got this at Target. It's just like a silicone bottle, and it's really easy to travel with, and it doesn't leak or anything like that. We do always try to put our liquids in some kind of bag or Ziploc bag, something like that, but that is just a really good way to take your liquids. The cap is kind of coming off here, but like I say, we're not traveling with this time around, but I do like to take a hand soap with me usually. And lastly, this is kind of new, but not a new product, but new to me with traveling, is the Scentsy Fresh. So I've said this before, but Scentsy Fresh is one of my favorite products. It's probably my favorite product other than wax and warmers. I spray this every single day on our bed, on our carpets, our rugs, curtains, shower curtains, bathroom, clothes. Sometimes I just go through the closet and spray it like crazy. So I just love the Scentsy Fresh so much. And it also will help with wrinkles. So that is why I travel with this, because it not only can make your clothing and bedding smell good, but I also will put this in a small bottle. So I just got this at like Dollar Tree, and it has a cap on it to where it won't spill or, go everywhere or whatever. So I just put it in this, and it's just such a good way to travel with it. And this little bit will last me quite a while. So I won't even go through that the whole trip. I am an unpacker, if you will, whenever I go on vacation. Jeremy and I both like to unpack the suitcase, whatever, like we typically put t-shirts and like nice clothes in the closet, and then if there's like drawer space, we will put like shorts and underwear, pajamas, socks, that sort of thing in a drawer. But I always take out what I'm going to put in the closet, and now I will put it on the hanger and spray it down, and then you're supposed to play with it, fill it with it, and then stretch it out to kind of get the wrinkles out, because in a suitcase, I think no matter what, your clothes are going to get wrinkly. You can roll them, you can do special techniques or whatever. Your clothes are going to get a little wrinkly through the travel process, or as they just sit in your suitcase. Honestly, we've been packed for about 2 weeks because we're just crazy, and I think we're just really excited. So I really like the Scentsy Fresh, not only at home, but when I travel, because I use it kind of as a wrinkle spray. So, but I hope this was helpful. If you have any other ideas of how you travel with Scentsy or home fragrance, or just other travel things that you do or take with you in general, I might also do a video where I talk about my my Loungefly backpack and what I put in it as like my personal item when I go on a plane. I love to travel so much, and Jeremy and I have traveled so often that we kind of have it down to a science and what we like to pack and what we like to take with us. So I love that sort of thing and helping people out with the best things to take and what to bring, especially to Disney, because we're so familiar with Disney as a vacation place or a vacation for a family or a couple or anything like that. So, but I hope you found this helpful. If you did, I would love it if you like this video, and if you like content like this, I would love it if you would like this video and subscribe. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm looking forward to the cruise. I won't have any type of like vlog or anything like that. I'm gonna like truly enjoy myself on this trip. But I will share my thoughts and experience, and I'm hoping to include some photos for you and maybe even a little bit of video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.